When you're out and about, standing in the checkout line at the grocery store or anywhere where there's people, look at them and think about, if you needed to shoot that person, where would you aim? Which is kind of a silly thing to be thinking about, but there's a famous saying which is, be polite, be professional, but have a plan to kill everybody in sight. That's an old saying from a Marine general, but it has some context. It doesn't hurt to be polite or professional, doesn't cost you anything. It's more likely to prevent issues from developing. But in the context of this video, I want you to be thinking about that plan to kill everybody around. What's that mean? What's that look like? So think about, you're standing in a grocery store in the checkout line. What if the person in front of you pulled out a gun? They probably aren't facing you square on like all the targets we shoot are. They're probably going to be sideways to you, or even their back to you. And at that point, where do you aim on them? So I want you to kind of have that in your back of your mind as a way to think about something when if, let's say you're bored standing in that checkout line, start looking at people and say, if I needed to shoot that person, where would I aim? So if you're going to shoot me, where would you aim? Let's look at a little basic anatomy. The heart is about the size of your fist, and it's in the middle between your armpits. So my armpits are here, so the heart is just off of center, right about there. So when you're looking at people, visualize where their heart is. Now if my heart's here on a frontal presentation, where is it now? You're not going to aim for here, you're going to have to aim in here somewhere. Is my bicep in the way of that? Is that big humerus bone in the way? And could that deflect the bullet? Possibly. Where's my heart now? Once again, think of where the armpits are. And it's a little bit closer to the front than the back, so think about, where's my heart in this position? What about now? Maybe it makes sense to not try to put the round through the arm first. Maybe you need to think about aiming at the head. But look at these things and think about it. If you want to do some dry fire practice, make sure your gun's empty. I'd recommend that you're in the room alone and watch a TV show and aim at the people on the screen. Follow all of the dry fire rules and be comfortable with pointing your gun at your TV, that there's no way if the gun fired that anyone would be injured, and the worst thing that would happen is you'd have to purchase a new TV. The cool thing about that is you got people in all kinds of presentations and very short exposures. If you watch TV, the screen doesn't stay static for more than 3 seconds before it switches to another view. 1 second is more likely. So you have a very quick presentation and you have people in all different angles. So you have to think about, all right, if the person is standing there and I need to shoot him, where are you going to put the bullet? You're going to shoot me in the head, where? Here it's easy. You're going to aim between underneath the eyebrows to the point of the nose, that triangle. Well, what about now? Where are you going to put the bullet? If you're here, you're probably not going to get into the cranium. Below the ear, you're below the brain. So you're looking at a band from the eyes through the ears and around back. So study a little anatomy, know where the vital organs are that you need to hit, visualize them on people so that when the time comes, God forbid, that you have to put bullets into people, you know exactly where they need to go. This is another Tuesday Tactical Training Tip of the Week. I'm Peter Burlingame of the Self-Defense Initiative. Please subscribe and tell your friends about us, and be safe.